So it's birthday time for a 5-year-old, and I know that most people think that how does cake go in with dental hygiene, but aside from teaching patients about oral care, we do talk about other stuff, and I have one patient that almost always expects me to have a new recipe ready to go so he can make it for his church. So since I'm making a birthday cake, I'm going to try and do a recipe that just enhances the traditional birthday cake. I've never made this one before, so we'll see how it tastes. I'm going to use your extra moist classic yellow cake mix. This does not have pudding in it. And what you do is you put a bag of that and you mix it with a cup of all-purpose flour. These are all the dry ingredients. And half a teaspoon of table salt. And then you're going to whisk all of this together just to combine. My flour's a little lumpy. This patient loves the recipes I give him. I gave him another cake recipe and he's wowed everybody with it. It was a chocolate cherry cake using pie filling, pretty easy. I hope this one turns out good. I don't know if it will, but we'll give it a go. So next is adding all of the wet ingredients. So cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of, I use canola oil. Actually, these reversed. This was the vanilla, the other one was the canola oil. And then it said room temperature eggs. There's 3 eyeballs in this container. Room temperature is very important. I've never let my stuff get to room temperature, so I've left this stuff out for several hours. Also, it's 1 1/3 cups of whole milk. Room temperature again. And then lastly, this recipe calls for a cup of sour cream. I think this is what's going to make it extra moist and make a huge mess when you plop it in there. So now we're just going to mix it with a mixer. I'm going to put the whisk away. I'm going to make a huge mess because it's probably going to go everywhere. This you do for about 2 minutes until it's combined. So super easy recipe so far. Probably takes just a couple minutes to put together. I'm going to put this into 2 greased, and they are lined with parchment paper, 8-inch pans. It says you can do 3 6-inch pans, which I do not have, so 8-inch is kind of the way to go. Just kind of mix this really good. This cake is probably going to be frosted in a buttercream, and I have dinosaur gummies and dinosaur sugar decoration that's going to go around the outside of it. And obviously I'm going to split the batter evenly. It goes into a 325 degree oven for about 50 minutes. I have an electric oven, so it's probably going to take longer for me. So is this good for your teeth? No, but boy, it's sure going to taste good. Obviously after this, a little bit of gum chewing and some regular flossing will help prevent any problems. I did have an older patient who has had rampant decay lately, so just within about a year's time she's had a lot of decay. She's been eating a lot of sweets, so she figured, well, that's got to be her problem. But in her case, it's not necessarily sweets, but she has an extremely dry mouth as she's gotten older. She's about 86, really great shape physically. But her dry mouth, and then probably in combination with the sweets, has given her decay on probably about 6 of her teeth. So I recommended some over-the-counter dry mouth recipe rinses like Biotine or the generic versions that you can find. I instructed her to chew gum after all of her snacks and meals, and then she's going to use proxy brushes and dental floss to get all of the food out of her teeth. So hopefully now she can eat her sweets and not have any more cavities. But as people get older, this becomes an issue, and it's kind of unrealistic to give up all the things that you love to eat, and when you get older, you tend to eat a lot more sweet stuff. So hopefully that'll help her and resolve her issue. So the cake batter looks good. It's been almost 2 minutes. Just gonna finish mixing, go a little higher. I don't think it wants you to over mix. some recipes you mix for probably 6 or 7 minutes to get it almost doubled in size. I don't know how dense this cake is going to be. It says it's going to be bakery style cake, so hopefully it's like a giant eagle cake because those are delicious. So now I'm just going to split this into 2 pans and then bake it off, and we'll see how it comes out after that. So when we converge back, the cakes will be baked and they will be cooling on a wire rack for 10 minutes in the pan, and then probably I'm going to let them cool down all day before I start defrosting. If you like this, just hit the like button and subscribe, and then later we'll work on the frosting. Bye. So I think this is about 3 cups roughly in each pan. So hopefully I'll get even pans. I hate having one really small and one really fat. I don't want to cut off the top of any of them. Yeah, so it's probably a little over 3 1/4 cups for each one. Okay, so the cakes came out. They were a little too big for the 8x-inch pan, so next time I'll do probably 9x9. I took them out after about 10 minutes. The sides were a little crumbly and I had to trim off a little, so I'm a little worried how I'm going to have to frost it. It's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm not going to show you that because I think it's going to be messy and it's not going to be very pleasant. To finish it, I made a buttercream chocolate frosting using this candy bar and some cocoa powder, and then I left some of it vanilla, which I'm going to dye red. And then to decorate, I'm going to use probably the worst candy you could eat for your teeth, which is gummy dinosaurs. This is probably up there with not great for your teeth, but they look really cute and I don't have to do a lot. So out of all the components, the frosting's probably the best for your teeth because it's not going to stick and it's going to melt. So chocolate's always better than the sticky, gummy, hard candies, but they look really cute and they're going to make the cake look great. So when eating sweets, stick for the chocolate, things that melt, things that taste good, and try and avoid the gummy, the hard, the chewy, the caramel, and all of that stuff. And chew your sugar-free gum, floss. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.
It has peanuts, triceratops, brontosaurus, and stegosaurus. This is the birthday thing I wanted. Oh. Thank Mommy. Thank you.